How's it? Today is November 13th, Saturday. Just did a ton of sumo deadlift today with some small amount of bench pressing. Um, I'm actually pretty happy with how today went. It's basically really close to my best deadlift ever. 180 is like 396 pounds. And so, kind of going into today, thinking about hitting 180 was um, intimidating, and I wasn't sure if I would be able to even lift it off the ground a little bit. With my warm up, it didn't help at all either. Um, Weights moved, but they didn't feel great, and my technique wasn't the best it's been. So those two things together really don't add up to a confident outlook on the way my deadlifts would be going. So my warm up was like literally just like add one plate like sequentially, as you can see, 70, 110, 140, and then 160 here. Pretty freaking challenging. So here's my top set. Kind of exactly what everything was going was that like my technique was not great, but the bar was moving. It didn't feel great either, but again, like the bar was moving, so I don't know. I don't really know where that puts me as far as like level of strength or where like where I am as far as the sumo deadlift goes. Um, in general, I'm really happy that I was able to do it. My best deadlift like for sumo is 405, so like 184. I did 405 for one set of 5. I understand that that is not a single, but I've never gone above 405. I've never tried anything above 405, and so I don't know what my top single is. At the time of me doing 405 for 5, I really couldn't tell you how much I think I could have done, because the speed from the ground is so different, and like me just like kind of pulling on it and continuing to pull on it until it starts to move, it's so different from the way that I normally lift. One of my good friends, Chris O, pointed out that because I'm a weightlifter, my lifting is extremely dynamic, and just the feeling of it being so slow off the ground could be the reason in itself why it's so difficult. Just the feeling, not necessarily an absence of strength, but the feeling of it moving slow in itself could be why I'm having trouble with deadlifting more than I have been doing in the past. It's a very interesting thought that he brought up to me a few months ago. But anyway, I did my down sets 25% down from that 180. So I basically did 135 for 5 sets of 5. And then I'm moving into bench press here. Did my patented quick warm up bar plate something. And then I ended up at my top set of 5. I had no idea what I was going to do. I didn't have any rep range. I didn't have any weights in mind. I didn't have any sets in mind. All I knew is that I need to get out soon because work. So I ended up doing one top set of 5 with 3 down sets of 10, and like pretty run of the mill, pretty standard, nothing too challenging. I think the down sets of 10 are actually a lot harder than I thought they would be. I went to 80 for sets of 10, which is in like pounds. Loading the plates with these colors would be 185 pounds, but because it's not in pounds, we're in kilos. It's 80 is 176, so it's quite a bit lighter than like the normal bench press like metric. So I thought it would be quite a bit easier, but I remembered wrong, I guess. I don't know. It was not that easy. So here's my top set of 5 at 100. My bench technique is looking good. I think if the only thing that I would change for me to have better technique is to move my hands out a lot. Right now I'm like almost at clean grip. I'm actually at clean grip. So this is the weight that, or this is the width that I have for overhead press as well. Um, on the bench press, like you're afforded the ability to go way wide so that you reduce your range of motion and actually work your chest rather than your triceps and shoulders. But I don't do that, so for what it is, it's pretty good. In my opinion. After that, I did my GHD hamstring curls just because I can now, which is fun. These are fundamentally different than the Nordic hamstring curl. As you can see, my knee moves quite a bit. On the Nordic hamstring curl, your knee is basically stuck to the ground. So these are a lot easier to do. And then my weighted back extensions, similar idea to Tuesday. Just trying to keep it at 90 pounds because that's where I've been at 24. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.